This episode was taken from a recent talk I held. I hope you get some value from this talk. I would love to hear your thoughts. The biggest question every entrepreneur, landlord, and guru wants to know is this: how are landlords and entrepreneurs like us increasing our rent up to £42,155 a year above the market rent from a single property? Now that replaces the average salary, whether we're the owner of the property or we're just the tenant. You're listening to Ryan OTTO, and this podcast will give you all the answers. Welcome to the Perfect Property Deal. In this module, we'll be covering the customer upsells. By using these customer upsells in this module, it's going to show you how you can completely offset the 15% Booking.com commission. Now, in this training, we'll be covering belief. Now, after trial and error, testing, trying out different things and more testing across multiple properties in different locations, we found that what I'm about to share with you are the 4 best, most profitable upsells that work across our entire portfolio. Now, these are single-handedly responsible for increasing our revenue, consistently by up to 24.4.5% per customer, which is around £52 in revenue, per customer. Now, the way we look at this, and the way I want you guys to look at this as well, is Booking.com, they charge 15% for introducing a guest or a customer to stay at your property, apartment, house, flat, whatever you have, 15%. Now, some people will say, oh my gosh, 15%, I'm not paying that, it's too much. I'm just going to pound the streets and find people myself on, construction sites and tradesmen and things like that. And I'm going to put the adverts in the paper. I'll do my own pay-per-click. I'll do all the Facebook posts and the Instagram things. This is what some people believe, which is absolutely fine if that's what they believe, okay? But the way we look at this, and the way I want you guys to look at this, is you want it to be as easy as possible to get a customer, as quick as possible to get a customer. So why would you try to compete with the most established hotel booking site, property, apartment, holiday home booking site, which is Booking.com? Why would you try to compete with them to think you can do it better? This is what I believe, okay? So we get 84% occupancy all year round from Booking.com alone. Nobody else. We've tried the others. Just Booking.com delivers that to us, okay? Now, that 15% isn't even a lot of money, right? If you imagine £1,000 reservation, they take £150, okay? Imagine £100 reservation, they take £15. For you to do nothing at all, nothing, apart from list the property once, leave it on the booking site, and the site does the rest for you. Now, these 4 upsells that I'm about to share with you guys, because they increase our revenue by around 25% per customer, which is around £52, okay? We offset this against Booking.com's commission. We offset this against Booking.com's commission. So effectively, we're not paying any commission at all. Nothing. Zero. And we're not pounding the streets, doing all the hard work, the leafleting, the walking around building sites. I hear some people say the women, or they send women out, or the female that have these properties, the females, they will dress up in high heels and put the red lipstick on and go to the biggest construction sites and talk to the guys and If you need accommodation, here's my card, we can sort you out. If you want to do that, fine. But you don't need to do that. You don't need to do anything to find guests, customers at all, apart from build the listing in the way we taught you how to build the listing to maximize the profit, okay? And then once you've built the listing, let the listing do all of the hard work. 15% commission is nothing, right? 85% of something is better than 100% of nothing. This keeps our buildings full. 84% occupancy all year round. It's over 100% in the summer and lower in the winter, but 84% all year round, okay? Offset, I can't stress enough, guys. All you need to do is think about these 4 upsells, implement these 4 upsells in your business, in your property, in your apartment, your guest house, your home, your bed and breakfast, whatever it is that whatever your listing is, whatever the property type is, and let these upsells pay 100% or more of Booking.com's commission. When we say we earn £63,155 on from Booking.com, that's correct. The $42,155 that we earn is what we earn. We've literally just taken the rent off of that we pay the landlord. So with these upsells, it pays for all of our other expenses. That's how we are earning £42,155 profit from one of these properties, okay, guys? So I can't stress that enough. Focus on these 4 upsells. It will generate up to 25% more revenue per customer. That's around £52 in numbers, monetary terms, okay? All you need to do is think differently. Apply these methods so you're not paying a single penny in Booking.com commission or booking fees, okay? So the way I want you guys to really think about this and the way to look at this is when these upsells are set up correctly, when you use these upsells in your business, you will find that the additional revenue that these upsells produce every single month, day in, day out, will usually cover 100% of Booking.com's commission, okay? And you also get to have your property or properties or entire portfolio occupied at the highest possible occupancy. Now, we all know Booking.com charge 15% of what the customer pays to send you a confirmed booking. But the additional revenue from these 4 upsells, once you set these up properly, guys, once they're on autopilot, they will completely pay or reimburse you or enable you to offset Booking.com's commission against these, okay? These 4 upsells. Now, you will hear the dabblers, the people that have tried this, tried short letting, tried using Booking.com, a half-heartedly approach, and they say they refuse to pay 15% to Booking.com in commissions, okay? They spend half their time or more than half their time chasing the next customer for the next reservation just to save that 15% commission. It's absolutely ridiculous, okay? It's a very, very slow way, it's a very hard way, it's a very difficult way to find a new guest, right? It's a very, very high price to pay when you don't have to. You don't have to, guys, okay? Right. So you get to list your property and immediately receive bookings 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on autopilot. And none of you guys have to go out to find the next customer, right? All you're really paying, if you look at it in another way, is you're paying 15% to Booking.com for them to give you the best person in the country with the biggest list in the UK and overseas, internationally, Europe, everywhere in the world, right? Who have previously stayed in their host properties and they have the biggest net cast over the entire travel industry in the UK and across the world. It just doesn't make sense for you guys to not tap into that. It just doesn't make sense for any of you guys on here to not want to pay 15% for that, right? You make it back in the upsells. Imagine having the best salesperson, the best marketing manager, the best conversion specialist, the best sales department selling your property for you to their guests. That's what you're paying for. They have the biggest market share. It's an absolute no-brainer. Okay, guys? So I hope you understand. To give you guys enough belief, don't worry about the 15% commission on Booking.com. Don't be scared by that. We pay up to 30% sometimes, which we go through in another training. Up to 30%, but we make that back in other ways. Don't worry about the 15%. It's absolutely nothing. 15% to get a new customer, to get a new guest that you can upsell other things to, where you don't have to do anything at the start to get the guests, and they just keep coming in. 84% occupancy all year round. Use Booking.com, make the most of them, offset the 4 upsells so it completely covers the Booking.com commission. These 4 upsells I'm about to reveal right now, I don't want you to underestimate them. They are collectively responsible for increasing our profits above the commission that Booking.com charges us. Now, this means every single month we use these upsells to offset the commission that we pay to Booking.com. These 4 upsells, guys, are early check-in, late check-out, parking, and minibars. My friend, if you're not already using arbitrage, what I mean by that is taking a rental property you don't have to be the owner of out of the AST rental market and putting it on Booking.com. You stand to lose out on the largest transfer of wealth that's happening right now in 2019, because every £1,000 of AST rent is now worth up to £3,000 of rent on Booking.com. If you're not focusing all of your attention on Booking.com right now, you stand to lose. Now, you have a massive advantage over the other 2.5 million landlords that are also looking for these secrets. Don't waste that advantage by doing nothing after listening to this talk today. You can join our communities on social media called Ask Ryan Otto to discuss these episodes and have your questions answered on the next show. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Snapchat. I would love to hear from you and know what you liked about this talk.